Hello everyone, my name is Arden, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be taking a look at set 77012 from LEGO Indiana Jones. This is the fighter plane Chase. This set has 387 pieces, 3 minifigures being Indiana Jones, Professor Henry Jones Sr., and the fighter pilot. 2 main builds being the car that Indy and Henry take from the mechanic, I guess, or the guy who broke down. And the fighter plane. This is different from the original set, where you got 2 planes instead of 1. There's also the small Berlin sign and pointing that there is a tunnel ahead. I think this is a really great set. The original set was one of my favorite sets to play with when I was younger. I absolutely loved that set. I adore it to this day. It's one that I want to buy a sealed version of at some point. It just means a lot to me. So when this set got announced and was rumored to be happening, I was just so excited, and this was really a huge set for me and one that I was just so excited to get. So I was really happy to get it on April the 1st, and I enjoyed building it so much. I've even enjoyed just swooshing around the plane, just looking at the builds. It's just a really fun set, one that I really enjoy. Now, I don't believe this is the best set of the year. This is probably going to be my favorite set of the year. There's a big difference here for me because I look at things like the Black Pearl. For years and years and years, until The Office was released, that was my favorite LEGO set. Did I think it was the best LEGO set? No. But it was my favorite LEGO set, and I absolutely loved it. And I will always love this set, and it will always be one of my favorite sets because it reminds me so much of one of my favorite LEGO sets that's ever been made. So I'll take a look at the builds, then the minifigure, show you the box, and then go through my final thoughts on this set. Starting with the very tiny side build, here is the Berlin this way sign, also pointing towards that there is a tunnel ahead, which of course the pilot didn't really seem to read this sign, of course, or did and just didn't care one bit because he wanted to get those 2 Joneses. But yeah, it's a decent build. It's a nice side build. It adds a bit to the set, and I think it's a fine inclusion. It's not a huge inclusion, but it's a nice inclusion to have. Now, here is the car. This is a part where the set quite vastly differs from its predecessor in the fact that you didn't get a car in the last time. You got 2 planes, not a plane and a car. And I think this plane looks good, or this car, sorry, looks really good. I think it looks like it does in the film, and I just think it's a really nice car. I have a bit of experience with building Lego cars, being that I love Lego Speed Champions, and I feel that I can see a good Lego car, and this is a pretty good one. Of course, it doesn't use a ton of pieces. It's not as detailed as your 8-wide Speed Champions car, but it's really nice. It fits 2 minifigures quite well. You've got some additional things there, this chest as well as the suitcase there, umbrella, and a gun. And it's quite nice just looking at it all around. I really like the shaping here. This larger circular piece is nice as well. There is the interior of it, 2 seats and the steering wheel. Now I'll just show you the car with the 2 minifigures inside. With the 2 minifigures, it is pretty tight, but they fit perfectly fine. I like the sticker details on the side for the doors. You can see the minifigures in there. They look quite nice, and they fit in there quite well. You have a decent amount of posability with the figures. Of course, you can't go, that's sort of the max that you can have the arm of the minifigure. You can go a bit up, but you're not going down because you're blocked by the door. It's overall good. It fits the minifigures quite nicely, and I think it really is a nice inclusion here. Nearby me is the Ottawa War Museum, and I really like going there and being able to see the World War II era aircrafts. I quite like looking at them, learning the history of them, and so this is a set that really interests me because of that. That's one reason I probably really like these films so much, especially The Last Crusade. And The Last Crusade is my favorite Indiana Jones movie. I love this scene. I love the characters. I like the characters in all the movies, but I just love The Last Crusade. This plane here I think is quite nice. You've got the wheels there, 2 at the front, and that one small one at the back. A few flames there, which is meant to represent when the wings pop off, which I'll show you in a second. The propeller there at the front can spin. When you do it, it doesn't like spin all too long, but it does spin. A couple stickers there, right there. You don't have too much gaps in between the wings and the side of the plane, which is quite nice. I really was a bit worried on that just because of that. Dislocating function. There's a bit of movement here in the wings, and there, so if you do push down, it will snap off. There's the cockpit there, a sticker, large sticker there. That's one that you really do want to focus on. Quite good. I was going to point out one thing, but it's actually not really that much of an issue. I thought there was a gap there that sort of went into the cockpit, but this piece sort of covers it up, so it's not really an issue. Another sticker right there, the back of the plane looks nice. Going to the back, I must say it is a bit less detailed than I probably like, but at the same time it is a $40 set, so I'm not expecting some top-notch designed plane. Overall, I think it's really nice. The function of snapping off the wings is very easy. You've got ball joints right there, and they just connect in right there into those hinges. You can see I get a bit of the insides of the set, but it's not totally, it's not terrible. Just with both wings off, this is how it looks, and you just play around with it, move it, and you got those flames on the sides. They click in very easily, and they stay in quite well. Of course, you put pressure on them, they will snap off, but it overall is quite good. Taking the cockpit off, here is the inside of it. You have like a bit of a control area there, the seat, and taking the fighter plane pilot minifigure, you can fit them in there pretty easily, and just clip that back on, and that's what they look like inside the plane. I sort of would love this to be one piece, this whole area here, but having two pieces I think really adds to it. It makes a really nice shape, but you for sure do sort of have a difference in color because you have or not color, but just the overall look of it is a bit different because you have the studs right there. I think it's a really nice design plane. You know, I love the original set, so no matter how good this set was, I probably will favor that one. But overall, the design of these planes is probably better than the original, just given new pieces, new shapes. But this is a really nice plane design. The car design is really nice, and overall, it's quite good. Here are the 3 minifigures from the set. Pretty much exactly the same as the original set, just of course a few details are a bit different, but the minifigure lineup itself is the same. Starting with Henry Jones here. The torso print in the original is so close to this one. One thing that is different, though, and that's interesting, is that in the original one, you have the print of the diary being attached to him. It's in his coat, but because he's holding it, it's not printed there, which is interesting. This is a printed part. And I think the torso print is quite nice. There's a bit of back printing there. No back face expression, which makes sense because you would see it right through the hat. But I think the face expression that you do have is quite nice. Next, the fighter plane pilot, I think, is a good minifigure. It fits the scene quite well. The torso printing, back torso printing is all nice. The face print, a very generic one, but it works. The helmet piece with those goggles is nice. No leg printing, but it's really not necessary, I don't think, for Henry Jones or the fighter plane pilot. Next is Indiana Jones, which is different from the other 3 Indiana Jones, and 4 if you're even counting the Temple of Doom, because he has the tie print. The leg print is so much similar to the original. It's it's quite incredible, but it makes sense. It was a great leg print and torso print to begin with, so you didn't really have to do much different. A few buckles there and some other detailing on the back of his coat. I think the tie looks decent, as well as the torso print is overall good. Being that it's printed on a reddish brown piece, it's going to, the tan colored shirt is going to come off more faded than you would like. The whip piece is same from the original sets. It didn't need to be any different. It worked then, and it still works now. The face print is different. A bit of stubble there, more questionable or angry look. A smiling expression there. You can see the cut under his mouth, which is a nice detail here, especially considering that this is a Last Crusade set. The new hat-hair combo is a wonderful piece. It's interesting because from the Escape the Lost Tomb set, I actually got an extra one of them, which is a bit of an odd thing. I didn't get one in this set, but I don't know if that's a common occurrence, so please comment in the comment section, of course. If you got an extra one in your set, it would be very interesting to see. Overall, 3 minifigures. They fit the scene quite well. I guess a fourth could be nice, but I think the 3 that are here are really nice, really well done minifigures, and I'm happy that they are in this set. I would totally recommend this Lego set. I think it's great at the $40 price. It's really quite good. The 3 minifigures, nicely detailed. They all make sense. They're quite good minifigures. The builds here are quite good. I think the function of the wings being able to snap off the plane is a really cool one. Changing it from the original, adding the car is an interesting idea as well. I don't dislike it. Maybe a 4th minifigure like the mechanic guy who they stole the car from would be a nice inclusion, but overall I think this is a really great set, really strong builds, good minifigures, and just totally reminds me of how much and how good of a time I had playing around with the original set. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.